Happy New Year. This is a veteran from training, Prince. This has been a very exciting year, explosive year. As you know, we had a terrorist attack in New Orleans that killed about 15 or more people, right? And the guy was a veteran, and they're not sure, but a guy in a cyber vehicle at in Las Vegas, he was also an active duty veteran. If the body recovered, it says, and this brings me great sadness because why would a veteran, somebody served in the military for 10 years, do something like this? Well, my way of thinking is when you join the military, you give your life to the government, and this individual served 10 years, and this is just my opinion. I believe the individual was radicalized because he gave 10 years to the country, and he probably started a business, was doing well, and over a period of time, his marriage failed. So he came upset. Because most of the people that he knew probably retired and were more successful. So he was under the impression that if he retired, if he leave the military, he was doing real good, and then all of a sudden he's doing it for his family. Because anybody that do 10 years in the military has probably enjoyed what he was doing in the military, and to please his family, he got out. So when his business went down, he blamed his family and the United States military. So it was easy because the military, once you're finished with you, they don't really help you. I mean, he could have been a mental issue, and he had no one to talk to. That's why I always tell people, pick up a phone, call a vet, let somebody know you care. Because a lot of the people are just struggling, and you can help somebody. You can save your life by just making a simple phone call. Now, that's my opinion. I think he get caught up in the act. Thought nobody cared. He donated 10 years of his life to the military, and he believes they weren't taking care of him. And the pressure of a divorce and financial instability. He was on top of the world for those many years, and all of a sudden, he had nothing. So he is, nobody to talk to. So he turned to violence because he wanted to kill his family. But then I guess he felt bad about that, so he said, "You just kill anybody." He was going to kill somebody. People don't realize that a lot of guys in the military suffer from mental illness. And the reason being, when you go into a war zone or theater of operation, some of the things you see affect people in different ways. Now, this guy may have been a human resource specialist. He could have seen when in a theater of operation, you know a lot of people. He may have seen some of his friends died. and never talked about it. Guys that go see combat, a lot of times they don't talk to anybody. People have to draw it out of them. You know, like I said, my brother served 3 tours in Vietnam, and while he's alive, he never spoke about the situation. We had a few conversations, and some of the things he told me he did was not good. So they have to live with a lot of things. You know, you don't have to see combat, but the effects there, especially in a theater of operation where war is going on, because you know he's in personnel, so he's just writing up more or less he's writing up a lot of reports, and it affects you. The army needs to invest in some good health. All these guys should be counseled. Because some of the experience we go through is something else. So a good I recommend that VA invest money and invest money in the mental health of all individuals that have gone over deployed, constantly counseling them. A lot of times the effect doesn't come right away. Sometimes it takes years to, and it happens like when he started losing his family, you know, that was it. But at one time he realized that he couldn't really hurt his family because he loved them. So he decided he would take other people down, because he wasn't connected to them, you know. Like I said, war is something else, you know. And what the military is for, I blame VA for a lot of this, you know. Um, you go over there and you see them, and then you report PTSD, and nobody leaves you. And that's could probably be an example of these things. He had a lot of mental issues, and the VA wants you to prove everything, you know, and that is sometimes hard to prove. You know, I myself have had some depressing episodes, and when I went to VA, I asked for counseling, and I spoke to the psychiatrist, and nobody, they said, "Oh, nothing wrong with you," you know, because what with me, I was fortunate enough that when I started teaching, I did a lot of counseling classes, so I spoke and mentioned everything that's bothering me. So, you know, but we need to do something. The military, VA.